In today's Sunday solution, we're going to show you how to grease our 2014 Tiffin 33AA.
It's time
for another Sunday solution.
Let's go.
Alright, so it's always a good idea to keep your rig greased up, and years ago when I owned big trucks, this is how I always took care of mine. So this will be the first time we're greasing ours. I usually paid somebody in the past, but no more. So if you watch the last couple videos, we did services on the rig, and we're getting ready to head out west. So I figured we'd give her a quick grease job. So we'll get under there and try to find all the spots, and I'll see if I can point them out for you. What you're gonna need, what I'm gonna need, hopefully today. Hopefully I got enough grease in my gun. You're only gonna hit it with a couple pumps each fitting. But I have this pneumatic grease gun. I think it's a central pneumatic air grease gun. This thing is got to be at least 20 years old. I bought it in Harbor Freight, and they still sell them there, and she's still going strong. So we'll get under there. You're gonna need a flashlight, a rag, and some gloves too. We'll get under there and see what we can do. Check out some fittings, and I'll try to get them all. All right, so it's a good idea to start at the front. That's what we're gonna do, and work our way back. So right up front we have steering box. There's a fitting here, and there's a fitting up here, and then we're gonna work our way back to the ball joints and all that kind of stuff. So I'll try to keep count of them as we go. But first thing you want to do is take your rag, wipe off these fittings so that they're clean, and I got a compressor that I'm using in my little shed here at our homestead. But you could also use your onboard compressor if you wanted to carry the grease gun with you. All right, let's try not to wear too much of this as I go. Want you to stick around there and give her a couple pumps just to see the grease come out. You're good. That's the hardest part. Now, I'll give her a little wipe. I haven't used this gun in years. Steering components, they got a lot of grease on them. Okay, that's 2, that's 4. There's gonna be one up here. I'm gonna have to slide back a bit. Okay. Come on, baby. So, in typical Randy fashion, I got under here with a half-empty grease gun, or half full. So I had to go out and reload more grease. Don't make that mistake. There's a ball joint right here. There's one here, and I'll have to get on the other side to see where the rest are. Okay. I also was having trouble with the end of this sticking on the Zerk fitting, so I changed out the tube. So we'll see if this one works any better. Okay. Good. Okay, that was good. Good. It's also a good idea while if you're down here, under here, make sure everything's good as far as your safety steer if you have one. Anything, anything else you might see out of the ordinary. Okay. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side. Now we'll go over to the other side and work our way back. Yep, she's coming out on that one. I can see it. Okay, you see her coming out there now. 7, 8, 9. All right, so you can see the grease coming out in there. Means we got her good. And I think I counted 9. So we're gonna go to the back now. All right, so it's gonna be on this U-joint, which I gotta try to get at without too much trouble. It's right here. All right, so let's see if we can get at that one. I'm gonna have to do that by feel. That's the one. There'll be another one on this other one. Up front here. Gonna take a look at it with my trusty light. Yeah, I see a little bit of grease coming out. That's good. Hopefully, yeah, this one's right here. Try to show you guys. Right there where the light is. Oh, we got a little bit on that one. Okay. Yep, I see it. Okay. You don't want to over-grease them. You want to get enough that you see some fresh grease coming out. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. Right there. Now, somehow I got to get to the slack adjusters. Just got to crawl under there, and they're also the ones I don't like the most. So they're right there. for the slack adjuster for your brakes. They are the hardest, in my opinion, to get at. Okay, that's one. And obviously there's one on the other side. Okay. Uno mas. And I'll be done under here for a year. Yep, it's coming out right down there. All right. So that's that. Let me get out of here. All right, y'all. So, whew. It's rather tight under there too. But there you have it. We're gonna show the Jeep a little love. We're all done with the coach. So, I'll get the Jeep done now that the coach is done. I think if I remember right, I counted 9 up front, 2 on the drive shaft, and 2 on the brake adjuster or slack adjusters. 13. And I feel like I'm missing some, and maybe I did, I'm not sure, but that's what I got for now. So it's an easy job once you get all the tools together. It's not a big deal, but it took me a little bit because I got air in the grease gun. I usually, once I get that thing full, I don't usually have any troubles with it, but today she wanted to give me a little grief. But we'll get the Jeep done and we'll be good to go. Make our way out to the West Coast. So that's that. Enjoy the Sunday solution. Give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll see if I can answer them. I'm not an expert, but I have done service on my own vehicles, and years ago I owned a trucking company and I used to service those. So it's been a while since I crawled around underneath the rig, but it's better than paying somebody. Although if you can get a cheap grease job, you know, might be worth just stopping and having them grease it up for you, unless you want to crawl under it. So all right, and always keep safety in mind. I use my jacks and I air the coach up, so the coach is just above ride height right now. So if God forbid something was to happen, you really should use some heavy duty jack stands or something. But the front and the back I can clear being under there if something were to happen. So again, use your discretion, use what you have, and do it in a safe way.